Laborers in the factories and peasants in the country, ordinary people, were unwilling to live the way they were, oppressed and abused by the Tsarist government, which was unable and unwilling to change the old ways of its unfair, top-heavy rule. As a result, Russian Revolution occurred in 1917. Workers, ordinary people, seized the power from the Tsarist control. Lenin and Russian intelligentsia wanted to create a paradise for all, where wealth produced by the people was equally distributed amongst the people. The Communist Revolution was the people's revolution, not the regime change. Industrialization and technological advance of the 20th century brought upon the change to the society. The easel painting, even in most radical forms, was abandoned. It was overly bourgeois. Russian avant-garde was determined to reinvent art, to reconstruct art from the level zero. Russian Futurism, a movement from the post-World War I era, served as a breeding base for the new art. Russia became a breeding ground for the revolution in art itself. Today, we call the revolution modernism, and the constructivism is the Russian version of that. In constructivism, no longer the art was for art's sake. Art meant to serve the social purpose. It was created to serve all people and be practical in its nature. Art, music, cinema, architecture, all were influenced by constructivism. Practicality married with beauty was the main thrust behind the constructivist ethos. Constructivism heavily impacted the traditional art. However, besides painting and sculpture, constructivism influenced architecture, music, poetry, theater, and even consumer market. It created the new everyday life. Towards the mid-1930s, after Lenin's ideas were altered by Stalin and his bureaucratic regime, constructivism was replaced by the movement called socialist realism. Bauhaus, in its foundation, was poster child of Russian constructivism. The constructivist movement also heavily impacted modern masters of Latin America, Europe, Australia. Architectural avant-garde, other elements of constructivist art could be recognized in sculptures, architecture, and objects of everyday life all around the world today.